You see, wiring can be challenging for a lot of people. So today, I've built these 5 cubes that you see behind me, and I'm going to show you how wiring works, or at least the basics of it. So let's get right into the video. The first cube that we have are just the normal wires. These are all the wire types, and this is basically how you connect all of your components, and yeah. Now we have the category that I like to call the activation blocks. So I have this little setup here, connected with some wires to a light bulb. So this is the big pulse button. You can press it, turns on the light, but you can also hit it with things like bats and pellet guns. Unlike the small pulse button, you can press it normally, but you can't hit it with bats or anything. And finally, trapped wood. All you gotta do is hit it and it sends a signal. Now we have the pulse gates. Basically, if I go through this, turns on the light. And finally, this is the all power block. Basically, if you want something on always, this is the block that you use. Now we have the third category, delays and extenders. These are all the delays. This delay is like 1/4 of a second. This one's 1 second, and this one's 10 seconds. And then we have extender versions with 1 second and 10-second ones. So I made this little thing up here to show you how this works. Basically, waits 2 seconds, and then it stays on for 2 seconds, or 4. And the reason why it's 4 is because it has to go through these delays first and turn them off, then these. So this is just 4 seconds. Next, we have arguably the most complicated part of wiring, gates. This is the AND gate. I press this button, nothing happens. I press this button, absolutely nothing happens, but if I press both of them, and both of them have a signal, it goes through and turns on the light. This is quite literally the opposite. Both of these do something. This is just a way to make 2 signals activate to the same thing. Next, we have the NOT gate. The NOT gate keeps everything on unless activated, then it turns off. Next, we have the XOR gate. This works like a normal OR, except if I press both of them, it turns off. Next, we have the toggle. It's pretty simple. I click this stays on until I press it again. And if this is activated, there's a port up here, which this is what this button is for that we have. So if you press it, it turns everything off. And finally, we have the randomizer gate. You press it, it gives you 1 of 2 results. 2 ports on each side, and it will automatically choose one of them randomly. And finally, we have all the blocks that I couldn't really fit into their own categories. These are the transmitters. This is basically a way to connect stuff without it being wired together. So this is the transmitter, and this is the receiver. None of them are touching each other, but if I press this, it's based on color. Press this, it activates the same one that's the color, and turns on the screen. This next one is the reset map block. This reset map block is pretty simple. I were to place a pillow, press the button, it resets the entire map. I don't have an example for these, but these are the screens, the light bulb, and the computer screen. The light bulb produces light in any dark rooms, and it can be used with a toggle in order to make a working light bulb. The screens are just used for decoration, and same with this. This are the keys and key dispensers. You press this button, you get a key of the color that you paint it, and you can put it into here. So when I have it like this, it turns on the screen. The final one we have are the item dispensers and item acceptors. So I can press this, and it dispenses the item that I put into the slot up here. And, okay, potion bottles just don't work with these, I guess. So the item I chose is a little bit broken. But if you take the empty potion bottle, you put it in the item acceptor, and then it would activate anything that you connected to the back port on this. Now that's literally everything you need to know about wiring. Wiring can get a little more complicated with teams, but all that I've showed you right now is the basics, and I really hope this helped. If you don't have any of these blocks, you can go to the official map research facility in the public world, and you can find the tech web with all of the items on it there. Anyways, I will see you all next time.